Well, hello, everybody. Welcome into TexAgs Rewind here on a Monday morning. Today's show was about to honoring Coach Terry Price, who passed away on Friday. Brauny called the show, gave some great stories, and then R.C. Slocum was a part of the conversation as well. Remember the first time he met Coach Price and his playing days, and obviously his impact here at Texas A&M. We also did a little ESPN Power Rankings. Were you surprised that ESPN, and this is Kay Nagley, by the way, for the television audience, that they don't have A&M in their futures index for top 25 teams over the next 2 or 3 years?
I mean, as an A&M fan, yes, but as a ESPN, knowing what goes on at ESPN, especially the left side of the playoff, kind of doubt us a lot. I'm not surprised at all, honestly.
Nick, we had a little Georgia preview. Are you one that believes they can win 3 straight national championships? Hasn't been done since Minnesota in the 1930s.
Absolutely. I mean, look at their schedule. The toughest part is the last 2 games where they go to Knoxville. Who knows how Tennessee's going to be. Could be good. You think they're going to be good, David. So that's probably the toughest game on paper on their schedule. And then they go to Georgia Tech, which is a rivalry game. But when's the last time that game's been competitive? So,
But wait, there's more. Georgia Tech. Haynes King.
Oh, boy.
Okay? I'm just saying. There's other Aggies there. Chase Lane. Hello?
I know. What?
Andre?
I can't wait for a Haynes King touchdown to Chase Lane, and we're going to be like.
I'm rooting for Georgia Tech.
Oh, yeah.
All right? Unless they play A&M in the national championship game, which probably won't happen. But I'm rooting for them. It is a TexAgs Rewind.
Ryan, do you have a single story that stands out for you with your relationship with Coach Price?
Well, I've really got 2, and there are many, but I think when I was reflecting on my interactions with Coach Price, it comes down to 2 real stories. And I go back to covering the recruiting cycle when TP was recruiting Joseph Osai out of Conroe Oak Ridge. And the recruiting coordinator at the time at Conroe Oak Ridge and I were exchanging a lot of texts and phone calls just kind of about A&M's approach and, who was coming to campus, what they were saying, all that kind of deal as that recruitment kind of got down to the wire. And that coach at Oak Ridge had never met Terry Price prior to TP recruiting Joseph Osai. And he told me, and I remember distinctly, he said, it took me all of about 3 or 4 minutes on the phone with Terry Price to realize he's a top 1% of human being that I've ever interacted with. And, so not only was, as you peel back the layers of him as a human being, they kept getting better, but his first impression, that's what he was. He was as genuine and as wholehearted as he could be and intentional as he could be with every human he came across. And then you fast forward to COVID and everybody was kind of up in the air of what we could and couldn't do. And, TP knew that I was in College Station. My family was in Southeast Texas. And he texted me on multiple occasions, just kind of saying, hey, man, if you don't have anywhere to go, if you can't go be with your family, you text me and you come to my house and we'll have a holiday here at my house and you'll be a part of our family. So just incredibly, he was incredibly giving of himself to everybody. And again, man, like there's just traits that I want to take with me throughout the rest of my life. And I would hope that everybody that's looking at this and that was affected by this is going, all right, like, how can I be more like TP because he was such a guy.
I would assume ESPN's future power rankings would have A&M somewhere in there.
I would, but it's ESPN, and I don't put any stock into anything from ESPN.
I'm going to go through it, and we'll stop when we get to A&M. Sound good? Because they're doing the top 25 over the next 3 years. I'm sure it won't be that long. Georgia, number 1.
Okay.
I buy that. Alabama, 2.
Okay,
I'm cool with that. Ohio State, number 3.
All right.
So far, so good. Michigan, 4. Okay.
They've been doing a heck of a job.
Yeah. Number 5, LSU.
Okay.
I
still don't have an issue.
6, USC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be getting to A&M soon. Clemson, number 7.
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
All you got to do is win the ACC.
Penn State, number 8.
All
Make an argument, but okay. Number 9, Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm not buying.
Joe Milton can throw, though. I saw some of those videos this week. I know you're not a big guy. But, okay, A&M's got to be coming up next.
If strong arm was what it took to be a good quarterback, then Zach Calzada would be a legend, not just or Nick Starkel.
There you go.
Nick Starkel will be a legend.
All right, so A&M's obviously coming up soon. Number 10, Florida State.
I'm pumping the brakes a little bit. They should be pretty good this year.
A&M's coming. I feel it. Number 11, Oregon.
Okay.
Number 12, Oklahoma. Why'd I laugh? That was rude.
Yeah, I don't get that. I mean, I know Oklahoma has this amazing history.
Historically, yeah. Oh, but that's okay. We'll get to A&M. We're coming. It's getting closer.
Okay.
Number 13, Utah.
Well, they're good in their conference.
Finally, right? Number 14, Notre Dame. I'm okay with Notre Dame there. I'm wondering where A&M is. They got to be coming. 15, got to be A&M, right?
Who's it going to be?
Texas Longhorns.
Texas Longhorns is actually they're recruiting well.
Yeah, they are. They're recruiting.
And they're playing in a paper mache conference and about to go into the
Big boys
steel conference. Yeah, Texas though that doesn't surprise me. It's ESPN and quite frankly, Texas over the last 12 years or whatever it's been, 11 years since A&M moved to the SEC since 2012. Texas has finished lower than its preseason ranked, something like 5 times.
Well, let's kind of go through that schedule. Where's the first potential roadblock that you see?
I mean, I don't think South Carolina has shown the ability to compete at a high level on occasion. They did that twice, once on the road. I don't know how good Clemson is, just being straight up. I don't know. But Tennessee was pretty good. Now their best player got hurt in that game. So Carolina, maybe, what is Auburn going to be good? Someone, I don't know. And then obviously at Tennessee is going to be a challenge. So, and then there will probably be a game in there that is going to be harder than people think. But, their road schedule is not that bad this year. And they were supposed to play at Oklahoma, but with everything that's gone on in the league, that didn't happen. So Carolina is a legitimate foe. Auburn on the road is never easy. Tennessee on the road is never easy. I am skeptical the Gators have got their act together enough to beat Georgia. But if you're looking for potholes, those are a few.
I have my feelings about that game, and I know it's not the same feelings that some Aggies have. I think it was one of those great, great rivalries in college football. It's one of the oldest rivalries in all of college football. I was fortunate. I coached in it more than anybody in history on either side of the rivalry. I coached in that game 30 times. And those 30 times, 16 of the 30, I walked off on the winning side. And I just thought it was great. I had so many Thanksgivings where we were going to Austin to play, and so many Thanksgivings that we were here having Thanksgiving meal in our Kane Hall with our players, and a lot of times we invited their families to come have Thanksgiving meal with us, and it was just special. It was a special game. And I'm being totally honest. I'm glad we're playing them. I enjoyed that rivalry, and it's 2 great universities, and a whole lot of the players, particularly the games I coached in, a whole lot of those players were from the state of Texas. I used to tell my guys on Thanksgiving weekend, man, there'll be guys in the high-rise office buildings in Dallas and Houston and Fort Worth and San Antonio. They're all talking about this game. And there'll be guys in deer blinds out in West Texas with their radios with them listening to the game. And I just think it's special. And I really, really hope it's on Thanksgiving weekend. It may not be. And I'll still be glad we're doing it. But I think it deserves to be on it. And I've been told that, there are just so many big games on that weekend. Well, I would say there's none any bigger than the A&M Texas game, and the state of Texas, the history of football here. I'd bump somebody else off of that slot, but sometime on Thanksgiving weekend for A&M Texas to play. And that's my feelings, as honestly as I can express them.
Why don't you tell Nick what he's supposed to do after he watches this video, as long as somebody's not feeding him behind the glass?
Yeah, no, as long as we're good over it. He had Cheez-Its on his hat earlier. I think you missed that.
Gross.
Yeah, Nick, you're supposed to like, comment, and subscribe. But he knows that. I think the people
Has
need
he
to
ever
know that.
shared?
That's a good
When's the
question.
last time you shared?
Shared the YouTube?
Yeah.
I'll do it today just for you.
Okay. That better.
Hey, we're subscribers are getting up there.
Yeah, that's I don't
nearing.
know. I'm just agreeing with you.
No, I think Nick and I were talking about this recently.
Getting closer to 10K.
Okay.
Every day.
Hey, the
Getting
TikTok
closer.
is also
TikTok's on
getting
fire.
nearing 10K. I've been working on it. We're gonna get there.
All right, we got to go, but tell the people Friday what's going to happen on the show.
Kay Nagley and Kennedy Cavan are hosting this exact show. Be there or don't be there.
And if you're still watching this video after like all this stuff, tell us about it because that's just weird. See you next time.